My name is Whitney Tates, a Shreveport artist, and the name of my piece is called Naissance in the Juried Exhibition for this year. My journey with painting has stemmed from, I guess, not being able to communicate well verbally with people. I'm a very shy person, introverted, and so I've always doodled and drawn and experimented with music as a kid, so I've always had this creative outlet, and painting has been what has resonated with me the most. It came to me naturally. And so what I paint is sort of the things I try to say to people. I try to communicate a message about what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing going on around the world. And so that I hope it comes across in my work. And people connect with it and they understand where I'm coming from and they learn something about themselves as well. Sort of how I get to know people. It starts the conversation for me. I put that I focus on mental health in my statement because I do, but I don't know if I want that to be the forefront. I just kind of want to, like, the subtext of the artwork. Like, everything stems from my own personal symptoms and journey with mental health. And so a lot of it is escapism, and I deal with like dissociation and derealization. And so I'm trying to convey these symptoms through an image for the people that don't experience these things. And that is what gets the conversation going. And then some people will pull like some totally different concept from the work, and it all connects. I think I allow the person, the viewer, to extrapolate their own meaning. And usually when we're talking about it, it does come back to the mental health and how we treat ourselves emotionally. And I'm not a therapist, and so I can't really dive into that. But there's like a component of art therapy with my work. And so I just encourage people, like, if you need someone to talk to, you go find a therapist or just take care of yourself. I didn't realize this until I finished it, but I have a similar piece that I did maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It had this smiling woman sort of in the same pose, and she had a bird cage for like the top half of her head, and these birds were just like colorful birds were flying out of the bird cage, and it was called "And Then She Smiled." And it was about releasing the chaos and the things that you can't control and just being okay with all the mess that's going on. Um, so this one is sort of like a revisit to that. And the moths on her face are really symbolic of being okay with that same chaos. But it's more about death. Like, moths represent death, not like physically, but a metaphorical death of letting go of things that maybe happened in your past, or reinventing yourself. That's why it's called naissance. It's French for birth. It's about starting over or reinventing yourself in a way. I think I have two things that I need to take away from when I create the work. And the first times I try to make work that other people will enjoy, because I'm a full-time artist. And so a lot of times I find myself chasing a paycheck, or, trying to pay for my living. But I have to enjoy what I'm doing. That's what resonates with me and, my collectors. The second thing is I'm really into color theory. And so I spend a lot of time picking what colors go together. I gravitate towards the cooler colors because I'm just naturally, I'm a space fanatic. And so I'm always painting nebulas and stuff, and, using NASA reference pictures, and they all have, the cooler colors. That's what you associate with space and calmness and stuff. So big into color theory, and then composition and the meaning behind my pieces. Most of my pieces have like this super, I don't want to say a deep meaning, but they definitely have some specific message I was going for. And I don't tell people, I ask them what they think. And that's part of what I want my work to do. Is I want to have a conversation with someone. I would say support your artists. They're a very important part of your community, and they can do great things if you give them the support that they need.